I've received the finger guns of go time. It's go time. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Rainbows and Razor Blade.
Words are
Welcome.
hard, y'all.
Redo. Scooby-Doo ending the beginning.
Words are hard, y'all. Welcome to Rainbows and Razor Blades Productions, where chaos reigns in all of our content. Welcome to Thursday night. I am your humble maestro of mayhem, your North Shore DM, your real CMG, your Chad. I salute you. Yes, hello. I don't know. Thanks for joining us. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, hey, I got you. Yeah, it's our Thursday night at the Threshold game, where we are playing Sly Flourish's City of Arches plus, homebrew, because if you know anything about it, or if you've been around, you obviously know that it's not really made to necessarily stand on its own. So I am making it kind of stand on its own, which is weird. And then I'm homebrewing some stuff, because it's fucking Dungeons and Dragons. So that's what we do. Anyway, enough of that bullshit. Me rambling. Let's meet my friends, my players. Allison, hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. I'm good. How are you?
Not too shabby. I am Allison, aka Selma, for this particular game that we are playing. I'll be other people in other games, but most of the time I'm here. Kristen, are we doing our talkback episode on Saturday?
I have no clue.
I might be live on Exquisite Corpse Presents this Saturday. Maybe. Who knows? Keep an eye on the Twitter. Who can say? You can find me on social media at It's a Feral. And yeah, I'm Selma tonight, she's a little upset. Her neighbor is dead.
Yep, that happens. Ashley, hello. Please tell the people about yourself.
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter, and I am playing for you tonight Key the Fire Genasi Paladin, and she's a little mixed up, but we are gonna murder things because that's what she's good at. Excited.
I just want to interject into the introductions really quick. I love that 2 introductions in, we are into sadness and murder, and it's totally normal. It's okay.
My
But
neighbors
I said it in like a happy way, like murder.
It's good times. It's good times.
Yeah. Let us go next to Michael.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Michael. I'm not panicking at all. Nothing. Everything's fine. There's nothing weird going on. Shit has not come out of the sky. There's not weird beetle knights. They don't have red caps under them. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. The important part is my name is Michael. Hi, how are you? I'm very happy to be here. I'm playing Henri. Henri's much calmer than this. That's fine. He's really calm. I'm not. I am fucking terrified. Henri's a pretty cool dude. He's a fighter, though. He's going to take care of this shit. I think I'm on Twitter at Valkyrie Bait. I also do things on Wednesday nights right now on another channel, Saltmarsh, Beyond Saltmarsh. Things happen there. I'll talk about it later when I calm down.
Hey, let me ask you a question, because I'm introspective today. If you are Valkyrie bait, does that mean you never go to Valhalla, since you're the bait that brings the Valkyries down for whatever reason?
The intent in a very immature early 20s invocation of that name was you're the type of person that would attract Valkyries.
You know how the milkshakes bring the boys to the yard?
And it's one of those things where I keep thinking I should drop that because it's a little bit edgy, but on the other hand, everyone's like, that kind of sounds pretty cool, and I'm like,
it does sound cool.
If it's not too edgy, I'll keep it.
Also, I know that there are mechanics wherein which our viewers can give people, benefits. But I'm going to give Selma advantage at some point. You can use it. You have you have inspiration
Oh.
because holy shit, that was hilarious.
The milkshake. All
Yeah,
right, fine.
That was a
sure.
perfect use of the milkshake spring all the boys to the yard.
Very good. Very good.
Last
very
but not least, let us get back to our introductions. Kristen.
Hi, I'm Kristen, also known as Darth Surrealish. Tonight I am playing Astray, the emotional support undead. And that's what I'm going to leave you with for this.
Seems legit.
You got to watch to learn more.
You
How
see
you
That-
get them?
If you see
that
me ducking
moniker
off frame,
gets-
I'm shoveling mashed potato in my mouth.
That moniker gets weird if you put commas in different places. I guess it's not really weird. Anyway,
Well, not commas, quotes. Emotional support undead.
emotion-
Emotional support,
Support.
undead. Emotional support undead.
Undead?
Yeah, there we go.
Yes, there we go.
We just memed ourselves.
You
Wow.
knew,
I'm
you
impressed.
knew what I meant. You knew what I meant.
Yeah.
I want to point this out to everyone, every one of our viewers. We don't take ourselves too seriously here, least of all me. So buckle up, buckos. We're gonna have some fun. So let us do a little bit, perhaps, of a recap. So of course, as you may remember, our party are newish arrivals in Moonhalan, the city of arches, in a very, Robert Ludlum sort of way, Jason Bourne, if you will. They have, in their arrival, they have lost their long-term memories. They're not really sure who they are, why they are. They do know, however, that they have a particular set of skills, each individual to their own.
We will find you.
Yeah, that's right. They will find you. And they've been now kind of working to figure out who they are, why they are, what's happening. In some cases, what are these dreams? Why am I dead? Am I dead? Am I alive? It's a literal Iron Man sort of thing. The song, not the Avenger.
I caught up. It took me a hot
Yeah.
second though.
They've done they've done one mission, one quest in the parlance of Dungeons and Dragons for a group within the city called I almost said the Seekers of the Arcane, but that's a totally different thing. The Seekers of the Sun. Wow, you'd think I'd remember what I'm even doing. The Seekers of the Sun.
We're here playing a game? What?
We are. Yep, the Seekers of the Sun. They had rescued a person who it turned out had been captured by cultists. There was some kind of shenanigans. They stopped. They fought a demon prince. I don't know.
A demon.
Yep, they fought a demon.
Prince.
They gained some power. They leveled up. They were then assaulted by the sky itself as it rained down its fiery vengeance upon them in the form of a beetle armor clad red fey knight. And
Who turns out was 2 foot tall. But
he wasn't the biggest guy.
well, given that half the party is under 4 feet, that's plenty tall.
That's true. He was like average height for the party. They faced this gentleman in single combat. They singly combated him and came out victorious. He referred specifically to one of their party, Selma, as errant star. He said some stuff about, the Red Pole Queen is coming to find you. That sort of thing. He had a cool amulet on. There was, of course, as well, a bit of a memory flash that Astray had of being in a burial mound of some kind with bodies with a very similar amulet and an iron crown. I don't know what any of that means, but it's probably relevant somewhere, sometime, somehow. They of course also found that there was the neighbor of Selma's, Herb Morning Toes. He got murdered by a different red knight guy. And there's a knight guy up in the mountains. And they're gonna go get him. And yes, as Michael would like you to know, the Golden Knights are, less effective than perhaps the populace would like them to be in this instance. So, my friends, you gaze up into the hoary heights of the mountains that have a fucking cool name that I gave them, but I don't remember what it is. Wow,
This feels
come
indecent.
on.
I don't know. Should we avert?
Where is it? What did I don't even know where I wrote it down. Anyway, there's a name for the mountains that's rad. I forgot where I wrote it down. Hang on. It's
Cliffs of the Dead?
the glorious peaks.
No, that's
Glorious
oh,
Peaks. Still
that's
not
what the
sounding any
hostel
more
is
decent.
named after.
Yep, that's what the hostel's named after. I think that's what they're called. You know what? We might like.
So is it Glorious Peaks and Glorious Peaks Hostel?
Yeah.
Okay.
There
It's
might
like
be
they
a
got
there might
inventive
be a
with the
little thing later I find later and we rename it, but that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Like, this
Into
is
the
Everest,
mountains.
and this is the Everest Hotel.
Exactly.
Good.
You gaze up to the heights of the mountains, the stars shining down upon you. The single wait, hang on, not a single moon in the sky. There are two moons in the sky right now. Two moons in the sky. I wrote it down over here. The maiden, of course, in full moon, and the waves of the ethereal plane washing across the sky. You hear, of course, around you the kind of bustle of the city awakened by violence and indeed celestial activity, and faintly upon the winds from the heights, a horn and perhaps the sound of heavy iron boots. So, in the words of our fathers, what do you do?
Usually when my dad was screeching at me, it was, "What the hell did you do?"
Well, we are hunting murderers in the middle of the night. So we just saw a bunch of corpses. And we know there's two more guys. One went through the threshold and one is in the mountains.
I have a DM question, actually. We can probably assume, at least based on those of us who have been in the city for a long time and maybe have a slight understanding of, like, the portals are just kind of on and off sometimes. Do we have any sort of indication of, like, he probably just accidentally went through that portal? Maybe?
Let us let's see. So we know, we the players at least know that Astray has really only been here for like going on 4 days now, right? The other three of you have been here quite a bit longer.
Yes.
Why don't the three of you who have been here longer give me I think history rolls would be okay. History
Yeah.
or intelligence.
I got a
Just to see.
14.
or rather, I guess I should say, in the correct parlance of 5th edition, intelligence rolls using history proficiency.
Yes. That's a 6 for me, but
6, okay.
yeah, just if we can get it. I think I'm
Oh.
just thinking of like, can we get us like an idea
Sure,
of
a 5. Yeah, so you it was ultimately the required roll was 5. So
Oh.
yeah,
Looking
The-
at lowering the bar for us.
two of you, well, so I'll say this, right? 2 of you, Selma and Kide, you know that you've heard around that the portals are kind of wishy-washy, right? Most commonly, 99% of the time people come out of them. That I think everybody knows that there are keys, objects of some power that can activate them. It's a common parlance in the taverns and wherever, really. But you've never heard of anybody going out of them, only coming out of them. Henri, with a 14, you said?
14.
Correct? A 14. You know a little bit. You've probably heard a little bit more. Maybe you've asked some questions.
Oh, he's definitely asked questions.
Yeah. You have a better sense that these keys are kind of mysterious relics. They can be different things. Supposedly they can, maybe once you've used it, it translocates, right? So now it's somewhere else. Now it's a different thing. Maybe you're not sure if that's real or not, because it sounds a little wonky. On the other hand, you don't remember anything before however long ago, and you're in a city that isn't where you're from.
And a red beetle knight just fell out of the fucking sky and murdered some fairies.
Yeah.
So weird shit has happened, literally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, you ultimately, yes, you get the sense that it is exceedingly rare. I feel like with a 14 Henri, you've probably heard of some people who have gone through. Obviously you've never talked to one, because more often than not people who've gone through don't come back.
How the fuck would they get back?
Right. But I hope that answers your question.
Could I guess, knowing that, could I have, before we scurried off, could I have maybe, like, knowing that we think that he went through the portal, could I have maybe warned the fairies in the trees, like, hey, now's your chance to maybe get into the main city and not be out here in a dark wooded area?
100%. Let us adjudicate this with I almost said diplomacy roll.
Diplomacy.
Holy
Oh
shit,
boy.
I
yeah.
wish I had diplomacy.
Old
We're playing
timey.
3rd edition all of a sudden.
Golly.
Everybody gained 3 feats.
Oh, jeez.
Sweet. I have 6
Um,
feet now. 2 more and I'm sleepner.
Right?
Persuasion.
Persuasion, please. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not too shabby. 16.
16, that's good. Are you suggesting a place, or just suggesting in general, maybe get to a more populated area?
Yeah, I'm suggesting, hey, don't be in this isolated little secluded area right now.
Okay.
Go find go find the Golden Knights, or whatever they're called. I forgot already. I'm so
Golden Knights.
Golden Knights sketch. It seemed too simplistic in my head somehow. I was like, wait, they have a different name, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. There's I feel like there's a brownie who lives in the tree with the other fairies. Are brownies fairies? With
Yes.
fairies. This brownie
fae.
lives in the tree with fairies. And you kind of give your speech, and he's like, he's like, oh yeah, why would we go to see the Golden Knights? Everyone, let's go to Seven Games. Drinks are on me. And they're all like,
Effective.
yeah, and they all bugger off to the pub.
All right, that's fine. That seems safer and more secure at the moment. So
Go to
that,
the Winchester, have a pint, wait for this to all blow over.
how's that for a slice of fried gold?
Right.
Uh, sounds good. Yeah, just because I think knowing a little bit about that, I'm a little afraid that like he's gonna come back with an army. I don't know. I'm just nervous about everything right now.
Well, and
so.
we're assuming he disappeared into the gate, but we don't know.
Yeah.
So that could all be a lamp. So no, that was a good call. Good call.
Well, the gate was reported by somebody who lived there. That is what they said happened.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I think that did happen. Okay, good.
Okay. But we don't know what's going on with Mountain Dude, except for we heard a horn.
Oh, we're gonna go
Yeah.
find
Oh.
Mountain Dude. Henri is all about going and finding Mountain Dude.
Yeah.
Astray does want to roll a tracking, try and track him.
This Mountain Dude.
Yes.
That's his name now, Mountain Dude.
Mountain Dude. I better change the entry that I made in
Rugged.
D&D Beyond. Because yes, I custom created a monster for this.
This guy's got a whole Grizzly Adams thing
This
going on.
is- Yeah.
Full mountain man.
He's got his familiar
Squatch.
is Ben.
He's been there for like an hour, and now he's suddenly gone full mountain.
It's just what
Look,
happens.
Time is weird for the Fae and in the Fae Wild.
It's true.
Well,
it's
I'm
very
gonna
true.
be honest. If we get to the fight of this guy today, which I'm sure we will, it's gonna be weird when I show you the token that I made
Oh,
well ahead of
no.
this game.
Let's go
and
find
you're
this
already-
motherfucker.
And you're already like, oh yeah, he's a Grizzly Adams looking
I
motherfucker.
don't know. It's either that or it's just like Lurch
Maybe
from
he
the
has
Addams
a beard.
family. I don't know.
Maybe he has a beard. Maybe he doesn't. I can't confirm or deny this. Okay, so let's get. Let me get my serious face on. Hang on. Let me. You know what? I want to just step out of the moment real quick because I haven't said this specifically to you, my friends, my players, just yet, other than to the members, some members of you on the side. And to you, our viewers, today is Thursday. It is the 4th day of my new job, wherein
Yay.
I am making
Woo.
leather goods and getting paid for it, and only working 8-hour days. I get a lunch. I am currently accumulating vacation pay. Holy fuck. Am I a happy man?
I'm so happy for you.
Yay.
That's awesome. What a great upgrade from delivery.
Oh, it's so good. And the guy that does my job with me, who is like a 22-year-old, 21-year-old college student. He's from Duluth. He's going to school in Minneapolis. He'll be leaving in a couple of months. On our first day, I was wearing a hat. I'm not going to show it to you, but I have a hat, and on that hat is a gold D20 pin. And he's like, "Oh, hey, that's a sweet hat, A, because it's a dope hat, and B, it's a nice pin. Here, I'll put the hat on. This hat, I have this cool. Oh wait, that's my wolf. I have this cool D20 pin." He's like, "Oh, that's a cool pin." He's like, "Hey, so do you play games?" I was like, "Let me tell you the way
I
it's my
play
friend."
Did he say it like a
Motherfucker.
dealer? Hey, you play games?
That's really how it does.
Don't we all?
Do you have a DM?
Yeah.
Do you know what
Got a hookup?
D&D?
Do you orc? And he's like, "Dude, that's awesome." Because I was like, "Yeah, I play D&D. I do these things." And he's like, "Oh, that's awesome." He's like, "Hey, I also play D&D."
It's exactly how it goes.
So we just sit around all day right now and fucking cut leather and play and talk about D&D. It is amazing.
That's great.
That's
great.
amazing.
So good. It's so good. And I just wanted to share that with everybody. I'm super happy. I feel good. I didn't really talk about things at the beginning, so I'm going to ramble a little bit more. I've got some really cool things coming up that you should listen listen for. My players, you're getting a taste of the things, hopefully in the mail this weekend. But you're getting a taste of the things that will happen.
Perhaps
as
a
a-
foretaste of the feast to come.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, back to the game. Thank you for joining me on that segue. Let us get back on a bike now and onto the real game. So, Astray, obviously, you're doing the smart thing, calling for some, figuring out how to get
Tracking.
there. I'm going to be honest with you, though, it's not as simple as that, right? Because this guy's up in the mountains,
Yes.
you're in the city. So, here's what we're going to do. Hello, players.
Finger guns?
How are finger guns? How are you going to go about, paint me pictures with your words? How are you going about approaching this problem? What actions are you going to take to kind of overcome the obstacles before you?
Astray does ask some of the fairies that might be not rushing off to get drinks as very fast, and like anything you can tell me about him, which direction he went, did he have any specific weapons?
Okay, as the DM, I want to interject because I am benevolent. There were 3 impacts, right? One that you killed, one that was in town, which is presumably the one that went through the gate, if that's what happened, and one impacted in the mountains itself.
Oh, okay. So the one that went through the gate is the one that was here. Okay. Never mind then.
Yep. So there is one that you know of in the mountains, but he, I guess, started in the mountains, like to use.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we need to do is find the impact site, which at night might be a little easier because at least seem to have some luminescence. And quite frankly, the louder we are, probably the better it is, because we want him to find us.
Pardon me while I sneeze.
So that's Henri will explain that as his strategy. Well, we find the impact site and we either track his tracks from there, or we don't do this very quietly and he attempts to attack us, which is better than him attempting to attack someone less armed in town.
So there's a murderer that is heading this way, and I think that maybe we should just go and find him.
Yeah.
And Kide just boldly starts heading off to the mountain.
Like she said, and just
I heard a horn this way.
Henri, give me a perception roll.
Shit.
Just give me a perception roll. I don't care.
Where's perception? There's perception. Okay. Where's a D20? There's a D20. Ooh. That's a grand total of 5.
I didn't expect that.
You should always expect the dice to hate me.
I know, right? Well, I figured, you're not Andy, so.
Last night things happened. I rolled a lot of ones.
Every group needs an Andy.
That's true. Today it's my
now.
fault. Yeah, I just based on your discussion of what you were doing, I feel like you probably at least you're looking and you're like, maybe there is kind of a lighted spot up there in the mountains where this impact crater might be. And there's a lot of stars out. It's hard to see. It's difficult, so you're unable to tell, but you have heard a horn. You do have a general direction.
We will figure it out.
As we get like reach the mountain and kind of start getting to, like, once we're out of the city and actually heading our way up, I would like to maybe blow the horn. To try and maybe do a little bit of a Marco Polo situation.
Oh, I like it. I fucking like it. That's a great idea. So here's what I'll say. There is There are kind of two ways that you can go, right? There's the Cliffs of the Dead, um, and there are the Villas of the Last Rise. And ultimately, both of those are kind of up on the mountain, and each has their own path, kind of to the Temple of the Three Goddesses, which is also kind of up on the mountain above the falls, and below, just kind of below the where this glacier is that kind of feeds the falls and ultimately the public baths. um you know that the Villas of the Last Rise are really only accessible by these kind of elevators, in any kind of real hasty way. There are a few like arduous paths that can be taken, like, long and winding stairs. It's like Shaolin Temple where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna go up there. Oh wait, no, it's like a million stairs, and they're all the steepest. But you have kind of these two ways, and although I would say that that the horn blow is to the east, so kind of behind the Villas of the Last Rise, um, and up that side of the mountains. Um, so you kind of have two different ways. You could go up some elevators, or through the Cliffs of the Dead and around. Each can have interesting connotations.
Henri's thoughts, and they're my thoughts in this case, is one, we should go up the Cliffs of the Dead because A, that's the side that's closest to the Grove, and if he's intent on killing fairies, he'll be heading for the Grove. And two, the high rises have their own mercenary security force and are full of rich assholes who, let's be honest, if they're the ones that take some hits first while we catch up, I'm gonna be okay with.
Fair.
It's fair. I think that's a good idea, Henri, especially if he's heading this way. So, I vote Cliffs of the Dead.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So let's do this. Let us use the system I have created.
The travel actions.
The travel actions, which I did update a little bit as per your request. I did in our group Discord chat, I believe. I don't remember. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember if it was in the Discord itself or the lore drop Discord. It's probably in the regular Discord, which means it's fucking buried here. I'm gonna. Ooh.
Calendar. You posted the calendar a lot. Oh, I don't see.
Look, he agrees with Gary Gygax about the importance of time and tracking it in Dungeons and Dragons.
I don't think it's.
I don't see any updated. When I searched for it, it's just got the original.
Okay. I just.
You just dropped it in Lore Drop, though.
I just did now just drop in Lore Drop. And I will say that as per Kristen, you had asked, you were like, hey, a lot of these things are wisdom based. And I kind of kept that, but also I kept that in a way that when I was working on these, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a little loosey goosey with it. But so those are just guidelines.
Okay.
If you describe to me, just ultimately, pick a thing, describe to me what you're doing, and then we'll adjudicate from there. Don't be super hyper focused on the check.
Too late, it's already done.
Well, okay, Michael's fucked, but
What's new?
So yeah, let's take some travel actions, and we'll see how things go. I will say that yes, you're able to blow the horn, Selma, and indeed you receive a horn in return. So anyone who is using either I guess realistically I would figure the wayfinding would be most appropriate, as you are not directly tracking somebody, but whoever is making the wayfinding check will have advantage.
Who is good at survival? I am proficient but have no bonus.
I have a +3 in nature.
That's not survival, unfortunately.
Oh, I do have a +3 in survival, but I'm not proficient in it.
Remember, I
How's
did
Key Day
say
looking?
don't
Forgot.
hyper focus on the check part.
I forgot how wisdom works.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out the best way to organize who's doing what.
Yeah.
Kiday's only really good at athletics. Just so you know.
Heard. Okay.
Gah.
So
I love that you're the jock. I love it.
great. Shit. So we should probably have a wayfinding and a keep watch at minimum. You know, someone
I
looking
plan
out for
to do
anything.
keep watch.
Okay, I will do wayfinding. Or would anyone like to help me wayfind?
I will help you wayfind, as
Go
I have
for it.
as I have a lantern, and
I also have lanterns. We have lanterns, and mine's on a
I do
stick.
feel like I have some kind of vague fairy glow. I don't know why.
Also,
Like,
fun thing,
like-
I checked in the rules after last week. Did you know that a hooded lantern is actually more light than the light spell?
Yeah.
I didn't. That's crazy. So I will wayfind with advantage.
Very rarely do people remember that the hooded lantern even exists.
I know,
Right?
To be fair,
Um,
my lantern isn't technically a hooded lantern.
Your
Uh,
lantern is different and gives a rather limited light source.
Yeah, it's more like starlight, like a glow. It's like I've got a little fairy thing. It's not quite. Yeah.
So the important part is we've still got some light, and
Yes.
with Selma's assistance, I have wayfound for a 16.
Nice. Also, I have wrote in my notes that Selma has a vague fey glow.
Oh
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
That's canon. You know what? That's canon.
It
now.
doesn't really help unless the power goes
No.
out, and then you're like, oh, there she is.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
right there.
I
Yeah.
mean, my eyes and my tattoos glow in the dark, but otherwise,
All right, well, Key Day.
bunch of little
Astray is very
glowy
dark and
bits as I
disappearing.
walk along in the night.
Henri does not emit light naturally.
Key Day has a
I'm sorry.
vague burning glow.
No,
I'm just
Okay,
like a
I
bunch
accept
of like multiple light sources in the dark.
Okay, so
Just like I'm just vaguely bioluminescent. I like that.
just a little bit.
Like
You're like a psychedelic mushroom in a dark cave.
I love it.
If I lick you, my eyes go all swirly. I
That
Don't-
got
What?
weird.
Hold on.
That's
This-
canon.
This
now.
is
Hold on.
why. Hey,
So-
this
Hold
is
on.
why
Way
fairy
found.
rings.
Fairy.
Hold on.
This is why fairy rings are mushrooms.
Hold
We-
on.
We have wayfound. We're going to. It sounds like Kristen in Astray is going to keep watch
Oh, jeez.
in the tradition of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah,
Is Kide going to help with anything or take any different action? What is she thinking?
You can't get double help, so.
Well, no one's helping Astray.
What are you doing? You're.
I'm keeping watch, keeping an eye out for enemies, traps, hazards.
Sure, I'll help you because I have this weird red infrared night vision, and maybe that'll
Ew.
pick up something else.
Okay.
My dark vision sees everything in shades of red.
Such a specific clause, but I love it.
That
Thieves.
was a journey, but 19.
That'll fucking do.
Just
The
rolled and
dice
rolled and
literally
rolled.
kept going in a circle, and the one that stopped was on 3. And I'm like, what are you gonna land on? What are you gonna land on?
Nice. Good. Where is my yeah, so you lot make your way up the side, making your way up the Cliffs of the Dead, well-worn trails. You know, the Temple of the Three Goddesses, obviously I think a very well-worn trail, and no problem. You know, there's plenty of light both from the lanterns which and the bodies which you carry, as
We're
well
carrying bodies? Shit.
as well as the full moon that is in effect. You make your way up the mountains, and you reach the temple, and it's kind of shape, its pillars, you know, in the map it's a very kind of Greek-ish building, and I like that. I like or Roman, you know, and I like that. It's a very cool aesthetic. Tall Corinthian pillars, marble slabs, roof, all that kind of stuff. The braziers and kind of signal fires or whatever, torches burn low, as it is of course night. The people who hang out there, the clergy of the three goddesses and the various other religions that are or gods, or powers that are worshipped there, asleep at this hour. And you make your way off, kind of up. There's maybe a garden there, and then you make your way off the kind of onto the Scree mountains, off of the trail, you know, and up and climb, and it's arduous work. It's dark, even with the light. It is at times very difficult. Does anyone have rope?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Why don't everyone give me a athletics with advantage?
I was just gonna be like, I might have rope, but then I remembered I have fucking wings.
My athletics is -2, so
Ooh.
It's unfortunate.
I'm just gonna fly. Can I just fly?
If you have wings, please do not roll this athletics roll.
okay. I still got a 16 with a -2.
Nice.
Nice.
I got a 15.
A 15. Nice.
I have a
Alright.
19.
A
Oh.
19. All right. Yeah, you kind of there's a couple of instances where you're, you know, maybe Selma is like flying a rope up and tying it around things, and you have to climb up some cliff faces, or you're kind of, you know, edging your way along very skinny kind of goat paths
Bah.
as you make your way up into these dark mountains. The air is much cooler. You know, there's easily a 50-degree difference in temperature, kind of as you climb higher and higher. You know, so it's a bit brisk. It's chilly. You can feel the wind that kind of comes down off of the higher reaches of the mountains, off of the glacier that exists
Glacier.
up there.
That's only if you're in the glacial region of France.
That's right. That's right.
Sorry.
This could be France. We don't know.
would be the best twist ever. It's this whole game. We're like, no, actually,
Surprise!
we're in France.
I guess you didn't realize that the queen of Munalan is in fact King Louis the 14th.
That somehow makes it worse.
It makes absolute sense and makes it worse.
Oh man,
High heels, everyone is wearing them. Get used to it.
it's fine.
It's fun.
Yeah. And you with your wayfinding, and maybe there's a horn blow or two later, right? And you kind of hear more, and you eventually kind of crest a rise. And this, as you're climbing up over the edge, it's ice, it's frozen. There's definitely this kind of like flowing ice. You can hear off to your left somewhere in the further darkness the kind of rush and trickle or the tinkle or whatever of glacial waters as
The
they make
tinkle?
the,
Who's he?
all of the things. There's the glacier is, you know what I mean. It's
Glacier doing glacier things.
That's right. It's doing glacier things. You kind of crest the rise, and you see kind of laid out before you, almost like a valley. You can see two peaks kind of rising to your right and to your left, even higher than you are. You see the maiden kind of almost setting behind the saddle of these peaks, and the bulk of the glacier in that kind of, oh no, I wrote the color of the maiden's light. It's really annoying that I don't remember it right now.
All right.
But you see this specific color of the maiden. It's probably like a light blue or some shit. And the kind of that icy kind of blue of the glacier and that reflected light kind of plays upon you as you kind of sit at the foot. You crest this last rise at the foot of the glacier, and there out in front of you, maybe like 200 feet in, is the kind of glowing crater, very similar to the one you found in the plains to the east of town, of the orbital dropship ferries.
Starship fairies.
You know what I mean?
The
ones
good
that
ship
fell-
fairy pop.
the good the red
The
knight,
good assault ship fairy
the
pop.
good assault ship. Yeah. The Fey ODST, the red knight that fell out of the sky.
That fucking guy.
That fucking guy.
So I guess we will approach it to start looking for tracks.
Yes. Investigation of the ground.
All right.
Or
Yeah,
you
give
could
me.
just blow that horn again. Anyone? No. All right.
I don't have it,
Investigate.
so
Sorry,
Oh.
I forgot I was muted. I could blow the horn again if you'd like me to, or do we want to maybe get a sense of the situation first?
Yeah, Astray wants to do an investigation of the ground around it to see if there's any indication of direction that the grouchy little guy went, or
he could be a merry fuck boy. We don't know.
fuck boy Fidel.
Well, I mean, it is the fave that we think they're from, right? So could go either way.
Natural
Exactly.
20 for 23 on that investigation check.
Womp
Nice.
womp womp womp.
Womp 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 womp.
Womp 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 womp.
Womp womp womp.
Womp 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 womp. Charlie Brown's mom comes down from the sky and tells you,
Which is a reliable source.
yeah, the most reliable source. You Astray, you cast about, and you know, there's a hearty glow still from this crater. There is a heat, a melting, indeed, and which makes it a little, in some cases, a little difficult. However, it's melted, so some things are maybe a little muddy, right? And of course, then there's some snow further on. But yeah, you are able to find some tracks much more substantial than tracks that you had seen previously in this adventure. These are the tracks that kind of lead from this crater are much more reminiscent of perhaps what a person like Henri would be like, or indeed the largest member of the party, Kide. You can tell that the person who walked to these tracks has some guns.
So probably not identical to what we have already dealt with. Got it.
Definitely not. Similar kind of.
I'm pretty sure this guy could be hardier than the last one we fought, and I'm a little wounded.
Oh, did you need? I'm sorry. Do you need?
I'm at 9 hit points.
I can heal you.
Okay.
I can heal you. Yeah. Oh, hang on. And I'll go over to her. I'll go over to her and I'll.
Like she straight still has like the knife wound just like hanging open.
I'll give you my last. I'll give you my last cure wounds. Since I don't have any more after that, but. Whoop. Oh, not bad. Take 7 hit points as Selma comes over and a couple of the little sparkly particles of light kind of flow into Astray and heal her up some.
And it's like you see the skin knit back together since it's kind of open and noticeable, but it's almost like the skin around it is just slightly dead and like already like kind of getting that like tinge, and it's all like, it'll be fine.
I wonder if mending would work on you.
That's a different choice in her character. It was there. That was a choice.
Anyways, but yes, tracking forward and onward.
So a big boy.
It's
No,
still.
if you're injured, you should probably say something next time.
Yeah. And it should be for the
I
record.
didn't really notice until I looked down and saw that there was, the slow pumping of some blood out of my side, and that was probably worrisome.
It is still basically the same day. You guys should all also have your good berries that I gave you at the very start.
Oh, that's right.
So everybody should have 3, I believe.
My berry just says it's okay.
Astray is going to take all 3 of those to get back up to her max.
Okay.
So just nibbling and walking.
It's not a problem. That's why I handed them out.
Nice.
Nibbling and walking. Well, we have his trail. Shall we continue?
I suppose. Would you guys? Do you think I should blow the horn again?
Why not?
Okay.
At least gives us a better direction to follow.
I almost did elephant. Which is
That was amazing.
But still good.
So.
You blow the horn. However, this time there is no answer. But all right, Miss Wendy,
I fly up in the air a little bit, just like to kind of get a bit of a higher vantage point and just look down where we are on the mountain and look for any kind of red glow that might be hopping around.
Sure.
We should probably start moving quickly once she's down.
Yes.
Give me a perception roll, and I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be with disadvantage.
Okay.
Just because of it's yeah.
Ooh. All right.
Alright.
So one roll was a 19. The other one was a 10, and you said perception?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's a total of 15.
15. Nice. You fly high. Your friends, you
Butterfly
or
in
at
the
least
sky.
new acquaintances. I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth yet. But your fellows are begin moving and following this trail that Astray has deftly discovered, and you fly high and you're looking up, casting about, looking around, and you see kind of tucked. You can kind of see at the edge of perhaps at the edge of the glacier, kind of further up, there is a brief kind of flash of this red light that you can see, and then it kind of it begins to slowly fade, and then it like abruptly abruptly cuts off.
All right, I'll zoom my way back down to the others and let and let them know that I saw it sort of up on the glacier.
Which direction?
It's
You
kind
said
of up and around the right hand side.
yeah. So up
Could
and
you
around.
point?
Yes, and I will point. I will point in the right direction.
Then we shall go that way.
Yes.
Yeah, with
How
kind of
far
with,
away does it look like they are?
it's a good I mean, it was a good ways off. It's I guess maybe it's realistically, that was a good roll. It's maybe like realistically like a mile as you fly, but that's like, it's kind of probably an arduous bit
Then no
of
point in stealthing quite yet.
landlubber sort of crawly on the earth like worms sort of way.
We'll do some earthworm stuff.
I got weird. I apologize. But for people with
We
legs,
will
it's a
crawl.
that's right. Everyone make a worm roll. Make a Scotty Too Hottie roll.
Yeah.
Oh, this is why we
17.
can't have nice things.
Performance
Allison,
6.
you just jumped right on that, and I appreciate that.
I've made some stupid rolls in my time, and I'm prepared to make more.
Just give me a Scotty Too Hottie roll. Who says that shit? If you're watching, you know who Scotty Too Hottie is. High five. Anyway,
Ahead of me.
He's a wrestler from the WWF or WWE. Anyway, so you make your way up and around these kind of icy kind of cliffs and rocks. Let's have everyone give me a athletics roll as you kind of maneuver up on this trail that has been
Maneuver.
Natural 20.
Dice hate.
which is great since you're flying and you can realistically ignore most of the rough terrain,
Oh,
which
well,
you do deftly. The winds very difficult for your little fairy wings, but
It's actually a real
you
good
fight
thing I
them
rolled
really
a natural
good.
20 because I have a -2. So
Well.
technically it's an 18.
yeah.
So I rolled a 4 for a 2.
I rolled a 14.
Okay.
I rolled a 2 for a 7.
Oh,
pretty
the
good, though.
lolly. Is this where we all die crossing the river?
This is great. This is amazing. Let me ask you, my friends, this question. What's your marching order
Astray is probably up front, scouting,
Okay.
tracking.
Then Henri is probably right behind her on account of A, being the one who's doing the best, and B, Tonki.
Okay.
I'll go last then to bring up the rear.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm probably floating on my way
Very
up and everything.
sandwiched.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a floater.
Yeah.
All right, so let us say that this is how this happens. You are making your way up a particularly kind of steep stretch of ground. It's icy. Again, it's dark. The maiden has now kind of set, so it's even more dark, although you do, of course, still have a multitude of light sources in your party, because some of you glow and some of you have lights, and some of you have lights and glow, and some of you just don't give a shit because you're fucking dead. And
I'm not dead yet.
right, I mean, that's, you're not, that's true. And so Astray, you are kind of leading the way. You're kind of climbing. It's not like a sheer cliff, but it's kind of a good scramble, a good kind of crawl scramble up this ice kind of rise, and you can see here and there the telltale scuff marks of boots, and they're kind of like spaced out, like maybe this red knight can fly, but maybe can't fly great, so he's kind of like almost like, hopping like big hops, kind of up, and you're kind of following this trail, and you reach for a particular section to pull your kind of self up and over a rise, and you grab and you're like, yeah, this is good, and you're pulling yourself, and as you're kind of like, you're like here, you're not here, you're here, and you feel this kind of whole like shelf in front of you kind of it's not rock, it's dark ice, and it kind of like, you hear that, and
Down she goes.
you start to kind of like lean backwards. Henri, give me a dexterity saving throw. I know that's your best roll, I know. 7. Henri,
I've had better days.
Yeah, exactly. Hang on, let me respond to chat. Yes. I mean to cat, not to chat. Chat in the cat.
Cat.
Cat is in the
Chat,
chat.
In the chat. You kind of in like the like heart sinking slow-mo, you see, you're like, oh, you're maybe a little out of breath because it's some hard work, and you just had a fight recently, and you see Astray, who's leading the way. She's maybe like 2 body lengths above you, and you just see in slow-mo, you see the chunk of ice that the whatever she's climbing on, obviously ice at this point because I've said it 3 times, kind of like fall, like lean back, and then like detach, and then just drop like a fucking bobsled. Just you reach out to grab her and absolutely miss. Which, and yeah, Astray, you're like, oh no, and it's so fast, you don't even and so Kide, please give me a dexterity saving throw, as well as you are bringing up the rear. However, you have also not rolled great on your athletics rolls, so let us roll that into a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay. Can I do it in a reckless way so that if I miss, I'll go over?
Fuck yes.
Paladin as fuck.
All right. So you want me to do a dex save?
Dex save as you're like reacting as you see
Not good.
Oh no.
It's all right. It's all right. So I rolled a 7.
but
as I go over, as I lose my footing, I will do Misty Step, and suddenly I just like blink out of existence for a minute, and I'm back
Mhm.
on the side of the hill as if nothing happened.
nice. Let's see. You
Unfortunately, I can't take you with me, which would be fantastic. But
let's see. Okay. You reach, and as you reach, you also fall. And you really you're like, I'm falling. It's like 3 feet you fall, and then you pop your Misty Step.
that was weird.
Selma, you are kind of flying above everyone. Astray, you look, you're like, this is going fine, and you're kind of looking ahead, like, oh, there's where the light was, like, and then you hear a crack 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 and look, and you just see like Henri like whiffing, you see Astray like midair, you see Kide like dive, miss, disappear.
Can I try and swoop down and maybe see if I can help Astray
Absolutely.
and try and catch
Yeah.
them? Just
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, she's
Okay,
like
now-
slow falling, and you're flying, so you could.
Well,
I
here's
mean-
the thing. What am I rolling to catch her? Because I did just roll and it's very good. But if it's
Yeah.
like athletics,
There's
That's
negatives
what I was-
to that.
I was
that's
gonna
some
say-
negatives.
I was gonna say, let's make it an athletics roll as you like.
I-
Because
dive.
this
I
wouldn't be
would-
so much dexterity as the strength to actually stop.
Yeah,
what you're
acrobatics,
considering
an
how tiny I
acrobatics roll. I'll give you. Let's do acrobatics.
You give me
roll.
acrobatics?
Fuck
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, I rolled pretty good, so that's why I'm like,
All right.
oh, actually, I have a +1 to acrobatics. That's a 19 total.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, you kind of see this happen. Astray, you are now like 14 feet below where Kide was. You're now like in free fall, right? You've kind of slid falling down this kind of near vertical slope that you were on. You've kind of hit that lip. It's now vertical. You're airborne completely, 100%. And Selma, please describe for us.
In a miraculous display of surprising fey strength, Selma swoops in a big circle kind of down to catch you and grabs the back of your shirt, and it's literally like a puppy by the scruff. But she is, I mean, she's like 2 feet tall, like 2.5 feet tall. You're maybe a little taller than me, I
3
think.
foot 8.
Yeah,
3 foot 8.
so- it's literally a small animal
At
trying
least I'm
to carry.
emancipated.
Like it's, and it's very clearly like you can see her wings like going overdrive just to drag Astray back up to maybe a more stable area of the cliff face.
It was not my time.
It was hair raising.
I did in fact feel like I was bringing up rabbits.
It was tough.
So yeah, you Key Day, you are now at the top as you have as the kids say, bamfed up there,
With gusto.
with gusto.
And I'll just
On
freeze for a moment, and I'll like try to kind of look over the side. What the hell was that?
Do you not know?
Henri's like climbing up over the top.
He stops, like dead stops, just looks up. Did you not know what you just did?
Well, I'm behind you now. No, I haven't done that before.
Fascinating. And he just finished hollowing himself up.
As
Selma
a
and
stray,
Keaton-
like
Selma and
it peeks
Astray are
up
just
over
like-
the edge.
Oh, good. I'll run over and
Oh, man.
assist you back onto the solid ground.
I didn't slide. I falled.
Selma, have
You know
you
what
been working out?
I don't know. Oh boy,
Selma is my
We-
lifesaver.
I made it work. It might have been one of those things where, like, when a mother just has bursts of adrenaline to save their child.
Tell you what, we'll start doing. When we were looking at these stars, we will also start working out some. Yes, do some crunches,
Yeah, I
do
think
some squats.
maybe
It'll be
some
great.
push-ups.
That
and-
might be good. So
Not
you know what?
sure
I
I
just
can build muscle.
You know what I just remembered? The rescuers. Do you remember Evinrude? The little fire. He's like, that's just what I imagined.
Right.
You know,
so
maybe what we did originally when we went to hang out was we worked out in the dark in the neighborhood.
now we're gonna.
Oh, hang on. So what you're telling me is you four
We're gonna work
are
out
the
now.
are the
night
are,
workout
the
club.
are the night workout crew at Anytime Fitness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it were the modern world, it would be that with like a park behind it that we go and watch stars afterwards to cool down.
Oh.
Everyone keep that for their AU right there.
That's
I
Oh,
mean,
Portland.
I've only got a 6 in strength, so getting up is
Literally a
if
negative
anyone
2.
if anyone out there is watching on Twitch, or perhaps you're watching this in the future on YouTube, we could use some very 80s workout fan art. The party, leotards, headbands, armbands.
So good.
Fucking give me
So
that
good.
Jane Fonda shit. This is the night crew.
leg warmers.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Straight out of Glow.
Oh man.
God.
Henri, to bring it back around, is just gonna kind of look around and go. So is he here?
Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go?
You kind of as you are all kind of gathering your wits, you kind of look upslope a bit. It's all slope, right? You're in the fucking mountains. You look onward, and you feel kind of through the ground, not so much here, but you feel like a rumbling as something substantial moves.
I told you he was bigger.
Yes, Henri says as he, like, just kind of moves hand with it, unslings his shield, holds the stick with the light with that, and unsheaths his sword.
Yeah, daggers are at hand. But we still have a ways, I believe, so I'm not gonna go stealth quite yet.
I'll take out my 2 scimitars.
I'm gonna cast Shillelagh
Shillelagh.
on my...
A beat stick.
Yeah.
You follow the sound. You can see Astray tracks again here in the ground. On the ground?
I'm
Down.
actually really quickly also gonna give. Oh, who's been rolling really bad?
All of us.
It's kind of been a universal suck.
I'm gonna give Kide guidance.
Oh, I'm gonna
Uh,
cast guidance on myself.
We all remember we have guidance.
I certainly don't
I
have
have
guidance.
one charge, but
Oh, that's
after
my,
that,
Ooh, this is interesting. So let's do this. Astray, since this is the first time you've made use of that, what kind of if any, like what does that look like?
so Astray, now that she's back on solid ground and is like, whew, that was close. And she just kind of like puts her hands up at her neck where the torque is and just says a quick, like, not necessarily a prayer, but kind of like pleading with, let me, not go all the way dead tonight. And then it just kind of starts to glow under her fingers and kind of seeps into her hands. And she just kind of looks at it and she's like, well, that's new.
Nice. So with this
Yeah.
newfound with this bolstering, yeah, you lot make your way onward. Now that it's always in your mind making your way, you say it, everyone says it too much, including myself. You now, after a short while, you find yourself, you can see just ahead of you the terrain gets a bit rough, as if kind of rock and ice had been shook loose from something. And so there's a large amount of kind of this rock and ice debris, boulders and chunks of ice, and you can obviously see like these like pockets of like very loose snow and ice that might be like quicksandy, but not quicksand, it's quick ice. Difficult terrain. And ahead of you, you see a large, and by large I mean like 12-foot tall set of double doors set within a sheer face of stone, and with a nice ice glaze. Beneath that glaze of ice, you can see in a few spots on this kind of stone face and on the doors themselves a faint sort of blue, like light, like my shirt, right? Like a light blue kind of glow that kind of just faintly illuminates in some cases in like swirl patterns, in some cases like you see in that maybe it's like some kind of like writing perhaps, and in other cases it's it's these kind of decorative ish bits, but you see that there's these two massive doors, one of them kind of kicked ajar, and you see within a kind of faint red glow, very similar to the one that you have been following.
Well, that explains the question of what was he doing here.
Nobody know what this building is.
Astray is gonna go stealth at this point.
Okay.
I believe, my dear Kide, it was time to find out.
Let's do this. Before, did you just make a roll?
Yeah,
Okay, what did you roll?
I rolled an 11 for stealth.
An 11 for it. That's your total.
Yes, I rolled a 3 for an 11.
Okay. As Astray kind of like ducks down within the difficult terrain of this expanse, this kind of gaping, doorway yawning before you.
A yawning portal, if you will.
A yawning portal. We will use this time to take a break
And do some squats.
and do squats. I challenge our viewers and especially Kat to perhaps do 10 air squats
For those who cannot see Kat, she is giving Chad the finger.
and 10 push-ups.
That's it. Let's do this
Hey.
shit. Come on.
I mean, it's a small start. But yeah, take a break. Refresh yourself. Get a snack, have a beverage. Do the things, walk around. I thank you for hanging out with us. We'll be back. If during this time you want to support the channel, any support is, of course, appreciated. You can check out our Ko-Fi link that may or may not appear in the doobly-doo in the chat. You can check out our Ko-Fi link, wherein you can buy coffees, aka you can give the players or me things like Advantage, Maker's Coin, which is a fantastic mechanic that I made up that no one has used yet, even though some people have them. No one's
I
used
should
it.
have.
And it's weird, and I understand, but and you can also give, if you have a message perhaps that you would like to share with your friends, share with a loved one, share with our players, there's a way for you to do that. And if you want to be immortalized in the game as an NPC or the like, there is a way that you can do that as well. There's also some dope shirts like the one that I'm wearing that, of course, says "Words are hard, y'all," designed by our very own producer. I don't remember your title. What's Kat's title? What's the cool title? Like
Queen
I'm
bitch?
the maestro of.
Oh,
the oh no. Anyway,
Get you later.
Puppeteer of the Macabre.
The Puppeteer of the Macabre, yes, designed by our own Puppeteer of the Macabre. It's a gorgeous shirt, so you should check it out if you like shirts. Anyway, well, let's take a break. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Thanks. Welcome back, friends. I hope your break was worthwhile. I hope you got some refreshments, perhaps a snack. You have refreshed your body, petted a cat or a dog.
I
And,
did.
Several
uh,
cats.
Yeah. Said hi to your mom for me.
Definitely did. She's doing well. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, channeling my inner Mark Wahlberg. Say hi to your mom for me. I don't know if he talks like that. Anyway, welcome
That
back.
Boston
Thank
accent.
you for sticking around. We appreciate you. I will bring coffee next time. Don't worry about it.
Ooh, coffee.
So if you are joining us for the first time, here's what's happening. They're standing, our players. These 4 individuals in front of you below, well, I guess, hang on, let me
Next to
to
and
the
around
right,
you.
to the right and to the left of me. Look at Twitch. To the right and to the left of me are standing at the at the foot of a glacier, at the top of a mountains. Although between 2 peaks, so they're not really at the top of the mountain, not at the tippy top, but they're at the top. They're up
We're
in
top
the
enough.
mountains. Yeah.
We're all tops here.
And
For the
that's fair. And they are gazing across a field of debris at massive open frozen doors with a red receding light, the red light of their quarry, a red night. You can, the theme here, it's red.
He sure is.
It is. Astray has
Nearly avoided dying.
narrowly avoided dying
Bless
and
her.
So far.
vaguely ducked into the debris field.
Yes.
I don't remember what the roll was.
11.
It was fair to Midland. It has assuredly ducked behind some boulders and perhaps disappeared from sight. Bless you. Yeah. My friends, what would you like to do?
I would like to proceed into the door. I want to go
Boldly?
inside. I want to see what's in there.
Boldly you would go.
Boldly. Yeah.
All
Forward.
right.
Onwards and inwards, I guess.
Check this out. Loading. It's loading. Welcome. Don't fail me now.
Good news.
Oh, huzzah! We has a
It's a
battle
WAP.
map.
Yes. You see, oh no, I have to, oh, that's awkward. I'm not entirely, notes, this one, art tokens, this guy.
I'm just
Artichoke.
gonna do a general apology for the fact that I'm eating this bucket of mashed potatoes. Please forgive me. They're so
Hey,
good.
I thought you said it was a baked potato earlier.
It is, but the potato was huge.
And
And
Now
well,
fuck it.
its flesh is like unto a mashed potato.
well, at this point, yes, because I put butter and a little bit of milk in the container, so that I kind of functionally did make a baked potato, mashed
Mm.
potato. So why is this? Oh, there we go. I couldn't make my screen big again. But yeah, it's like half baked, half mashed.
Nice. I'm into it.
So we're like half D&D, half like one of those shows where you like eat dinner with someone.
Kind of.
Dinner and a show.
Yeah, what are they called? There's like a word for them.
I don't know.
It's like
The Japanese.
Oh, hibachi.
No, but there's
I
Dinner
mean,
and
type
a
of
sh-
food.
dinner
it's a
and-
show that
it's
is technically
dinner and a
hibachi,
show.
but
dinner theater.
Sure. We'll
I
go
know.
with this. Welcome to Ichiban's.
Welcome
where,
to Chanhassen Dinner
where
Theater.
some of us are eating and some of us are entertaining.
but everyone has sharp objects and is not afraid
When you're
to use
here,
them.
Right.
That's
Everyone
right.
grab a
When you-
knife and stab something. I don't know.
Oh man.
I was just today watching that video of Brennan Lee Mulligan being like, "Don't let anyone make you feel bad for snacking.
He needs his almonds, man.
He needs
him
his
alone.
almonds. He
Hey,
needs
that's
some
real.
salami."
Real talk.
I need to send him a message on Twitter. I want to be like, hey, BLM, are those flavored almonds? Salted, lightly salted, maybe those wasabi
Tamari.
almonds, the smoked almonds? Like, what do you anyway? Hang on. We're playing D&D.
There's definitely a thing on this here screen that has me doing a heckin' concern.
Yeah, so you kind of reach this doorway. You can see kind of to your left and to your right on portions of the kind of cliff face of the doorway is within, and even on within the door itself, the doors, these massive doors are kind of sheathed in ice, and you can see this kind of blue light playing within them. You see a script. Some of you speak Primordial.
Yes.
2 of you do. Give me let's say intelligence checks or arcana checks, whichever is great for you.
You know what? I'm going to use my maker's coin on this.
All right.
And I
So
just
for
so
those of
happen
you
to
at home,
have-
she's going to flip a coin, and it is either going to be a critical success or a critical failure.
Oh shit!
I thought to myself,
Oops.
I thought to myself, like, I've been rolling so poorly. It's gotta come up good this time. I rolled a
Bad
3.
news, everyone.
Ooh,
So that's
I
a
got
4.
the good side. I got the
You
two.
got a critical success.
I'm sorry, we're rolling a what? Because I'm not gonna. I don't want to risk. I don't want to risk right
If
now.
are you proficient in the language Primordial?
I am.
All right. Well, you can also make a.
Am I the only one
either
that doesn't speak Primordial?
Apparently.
Oh man,
Holy
what were you
shit.
doing? We're rolling character sheets and
an
actually, my Primordial.
I'm
came with my
sorry. I speak
race.
deep speech.
an arcana roll or whatever. What the fuck was the other roll I said you could-
Intelligence.
yeah.
Intelligence.
Oh, that says
Oh,
it all.
what? Why am I rolling so good and everybody else is like having a hard time right now?
Mashed
I just-
potatoes.
It is the
Somebody's gonna do it.
I just rolled a natural 20.
So
Which
we have-
critical successes.
2 natural 20s because Astray has used her maker's coin. And I will point out that this is in fact a magic item that every one of you has. It was a part of the gift basket, and it will be a part of the very real gift basket that you shall receive. But it is a part of the gift basket. The 4 of you feel a moving perhaps of the universe as Astray, you look upon this door and you kind of tap into the magic of this coin that you're maybe not necessarily sure what it does, but you know that it is a token of power. And
Slurpee.
Oh,
God,
shit.
buddy.
The peyote just kicked in.
it did.
Sorry, Slurpee just
You
tried to leap up and fell, and I caught him. He really struggled for a second there. I apologize.
You rolled a nat 20 on your dexterity check.
yeah, you're on a roll. And so it's like when you're at the top of that that ride at like your amusement parks where you go up and then all of a sudden you go down. It's like that feeling when everything drops out from under you. You feel that. Names are failing me. Key Day, that the writing that you can kind of see emblazoned in this blue light you know that you should know it, that it makes that these are words that should make sense to you, but um the there is an opposition, I think, in your case, between whatever these words are and the fiery words that are written on your skin, um, in some way. However, Astray and Selma, you gaze upon these two massive doors, and you see this kind of script outlined in this blue light, and you know that it is a very ancient, very, it's the primordial script, which always sounds fucking stupid as hell. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it's called primordial, but what does that mean? But it's, it's like this ancient, very foundational script, used, by a very particular sets of beings, and you get a very clear sense that these words written here are a sort of ward, a binding, that something within this, beyond these doors, has been kept in, sealed away, uh, that it is very powerful. And oh, woe is me, woe ye who enter, sort of thing. um these are the things that are conveyed to you, in much more flowery terms, but
Look upon it and despair.
yeah, but obviously the door is cracked open, somebody has gone inside.
Shit's about to
you
get real.
you can feel, all of you, as you kind of stand at the threshold.
Yay! Said the word.
Did it again.
Dang.
He did it.
As you stand at the threshold, that there is, a like a palpable, not quite like a I'm gonna move your body, but a wind that it comes out of these doors. And you can see that there are, I feel like on the map here, you can see the token of this. I'm gonna be honest, it's this red knight that you can see. And then there's like two rocks, two boulders there. I feel like those are two braziers, not boulders. I think it makes more sense that those are more cool. They're more
Do you want to say
epic, right?
blue flame? Maybe?
Yes, blue flame.
Yeah.
There are these
see that.
these two like icy blue flamed braziers that are burning, and you can see the dull red glow of this much larger, um red knight, very similar armor, not quite the same, but very similar. You can see, a similar kind of beetle casing wings, although larger, kind of in the back, and they almost look like they're not like the wings of the guy that you fought before were much more like Selma's wings, albeit from a different kind of anthropomorphic genre, but naturally attached. These wings look not really mechanical, but they are not attached. They look like they're part of the armor that this guy is wearing. And indeed, you notice that his legs are a little weird because he has goat hooves. And you can see as he kind of looks a bit over his shoulder to you that he has goat horns and a cool little beard, because he is not, in fact, a fairy. He is a satyr.
Henri is just going to yell after him, "Hello, my friend. If you're new here, there can be a welcoming party."
Astray with her she totally believes she's stealth, is trying to sneak into the room.
Very well. Let me oh yeah. You're so he doesn't notice you at all. I rolled a 2.
Woo!
You call out to this person, this red knight, and you can see this chasm that you can see, of course, here on the map, is kind of gaping untold depths as the wind kind of howls up out of it, and you see his mouth move, but the wind kind of snatches away his words.
I did not hear
And
you, my friend.
you see him like see that you're talking, and he makes that like he like gives you the squinty eye, like he's trying to make out what you're saying, and he says something else, and he goes like, you can see that he says something and he's like this, and you see some blue flashes from the left hand side of the pit, indeed, where you can see that there are on the map that there are statues, and something like, oh no, you're gonna work internets.
It's not gonna work.
Oh no, that didn't do it. Oh nope, it's loading. There we go.
You
Oh,
can do it.
They're so big.
Everything is so big when you drop them into this first.
I know, right?
That's what she said.
Ayo.
So we
I-
could just go back. Three gargantuan
This is fine.
skeletal creatures appear.
Oh,
I
damn it.
see them. Oh goodness.
You know how I know that Kat will appreciate this if she's paying attention. You know how you get so used to using things like Photoshop or whatever, and so you use commands that you would use on Photoshop, and then when you're not in Photoshop, it just changes the zoom of your browser, and it's really
You're like, what the
annoying.
fuck did I just do?
Why did I do that? I'm always doing that. Anyway, so roll initiative. Hang on, let me
Now.
let me start. Let me find out this encounter. What encounter is this? There we go. Let me load the encounter for myself. Okay.
Hopefully
Run
you load it for us too.
encounter. Run encounter. Okay.
You're running it in D&D Beyond?
I am running it in D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
God, this is like the only game I roll really good in.
I mean, if you're gonna be good at something,
Oh hey, I rolled it pretty good too. Got
mean,
16.
I roll okay on Saturdays, but
And-
but like I seem to consistently roll really
I rolled a
good
5,
as
so I got a
Selma.
14.
and Kide has continued to roll less
Poorly.
optimal for
Fucking
initiative.
ropes.
Kide does have guidance.
Do you
That
want
only
to
works
use
for
that?
skill checks.
Yeah.
It's only skill checks. No, well, whatever. Worth a shot.
Skill and
Is it-
ability.
I mean,
What is?
technically, initiative is an ability check.
Pretty sure it still doesn't work for
why
guidance.
not?
Doesn't work for initiative.
I don't care. I'm gonna roll it anyway. I got a 3.
Okay.
And if Chad feels like it, he'll add that to my initiative score.
Yeah, so your initiative is 10 now,
Yeah.
which
10.
which does change it a bit. So that changes the initiative order. A little bit. So here, let me run down. So we have
Victory.
Ice Method B will go
Ice
first,
Method B.
followed by
B is for
Selma,
Bob.
followed by Ice Method C, followed
B
by
is for Charlie.
Henri, followed by Astray, followed by Kide, followed by Ice Method A, and
It's
then
for
the
Andy.
Knight of the Red Queen.
She'll cut off your head.
So
Probably.
ice, what do ice methods do?
Whatever the hell they
I
want.
put them in there. I gotta remember.
Let's find out.
There we go. Okay. Cool. All right. So you kind of see this this Knight of the Red Queen. He does this thing. There's a flash. You don't hear anything because of the wind that's kind of coming out of this chasm in front of you. But you see these kind of blue lights, and you see a bit of shower of like ice and stone kind of cascade out over towards the thing, towards the bridge, as it were. And kind of out of the kind of shadows, a creature flies, and we're gonna say Henri.
Oh, I should move Astray because I said that she had snuck into the room.
You did.
So
And you are
there.
stealthed kind of, and we'll say that's the door that's kind of open. So you kind of like, oh Jesus, yeah. So you popped in. That Ice Method has no idea. So that's the door that's kind of kicked open a bit, and so you're kind of like in the door ditch, in
10 feet away. It doesn't.
Yeah. You're in the shadow there. We'll say that door opens in, so you're kind of shadowed in there. But this guy very much sees. Hang on, let me do that's B. Let me give him B. Boom. He kind of flies across, and he's this. There, you kind of see this almost kind of like grotesque kind of winged, impish, like weird long nose, like Grimm's fairy tale goblin, icy creature kind of flaps. You don't understand how this thing is flying. It's obviously ice and whatnot.
Fairy bullshit, man.
It exactly, and it kind of sees you, and it flaps and goes, and a cone of air colder than the surrounding cold air and ice particles blasts out through the doorway, kind of at Henri there. Henri, give me a dexterity saving throw. DC 10.
I got a 10. 9
Nice.
plus 1.
So you kind of oh God, you duck behind the door just in time, and the very tip of your nose didn't make it in time, and so you take 1 point of damage. I rolled 2 1s.
I appreciate you rolling 2 1s.
You take 1 point of cold damage. Good Lord.
That's fine. Everything's fine there. That's great.
That's amazing. And Selma,
Yes.
you see this icy blast come out of the doorway.
Jeez. Oh, golly geez, willikers. I mean, in theory, I can just kind of zip my way in and attack this thing, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I think I want to do that. Like, it's been a weird day. She's having a hard time. They killed Herbert.
Herb.
Herb.
Yep.
So,
Short
Is
yeah,
that
for
his
Herbert.
full name?
I don't know. So she's just gonna zip, and I guess I could just take one attack with my my shillelagh.
Yeah.
Shillelagh.
That's a 15 to hit.
Yep. Absolutely hits.
That's 6 damage with my stick with its swirly little stars, and it's just bonk.
Twirly star stick.
Yeah. There's the, kind of the Super Mario, like as you smash his head. And he doesn't like it. And he kind of falls back and then flaps back. Urgh. But you can't hear because it's very windy.
Vintage.
Which brings us to Ice Mephit C, which
That
we'll
boy's
say
shady.
is this guy.
Slurpee. Oh my god.
Is he jumping?
Slurpee is on X Games mode.
He's
No
always on
kidding.
X Games mode.
Yeah.
He likes to jump up onto the AC unit, which is in my window directly ahead of me. And sometimes he thinks if I jump on top of this flat screen TV that my mother has next to the laptop, I can just balance on top of it and jump onto the AC unit. But it turns out TVs tip over. Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
As they
TVs
do.
do tip over.
Yeah.
You see an Astray and Selma very much kind of in this room. You see this other creature kind of flap its way, and you can see that it's having a little bit of difficulty, like flying and keeping a straight sort of path across this howling expanse. And it is also going to breathe, and it will breathe its breath. Hang on, where's the map?
Right there. We're all
You
looking
know
at it.
But it is very short, and it comes. You can feel it, just right here, Selma. It's right here, but it's not right here, so you're okay. Its range is paltry. So that's fun.
That'll teach him.
Henri. Oh.
Henri is going to charge through that door, shield leading, then, when blade kind of trailing behind in his right hand, come just up to where Method B is, stop and just, lets the blade keep going in a strike from, his lower right quadrant right up into its, let's see what we hit. Does a 21 it?
Yeah.
I thought so. I thought I asked. I did 7 points of slashing damage.
Who doesn't like that?
Probably not gonna on account of it hurts. And hey, let me check just one real quick thing. I've got 30-foot range, and I'm not within 30 feet.
Chunks of ice falling off of this creature. Its thighs much smaller now. You would look at this thing and say, this guy's never done squats.
Never skip leg day, bro. Never skip leg day. That's
he's
all
been
I've
skipping
got.
leg day now that you've carved him down.
That's all I got.
All right.
Shaved ice for everyone.
Shaved ice method.
We're gonna have some
Yes.
delicious times after this.
Yes, shaved ice
It only
method.
comes in cherry flavor, though.
You have to bring your own cherry flavor.
Astray.
All right. Astray is going to look at the
Kida, you're
map.
up next.
Let's see. So the Mephit Sea is within. Oh, I don't want to lose a dagger over that edge though. Astray's gonna attack B.
Okay. Throw a dagger.
No, I'm gonna just attack and with advantage because it can't see me.
His name
gotta,
is
Like
Mephistopheles.
run up to him and stab him.
Yes. Does a 25 hit?
Move your character piece so I know where you're stabbing him from.
I guess I'd come around this edge since
Right.
Henri's right there. And that is, if I can find the right dice. Eight points of damage.
Is that with sneak attack?
Oh no, that's not with sneak attack.
You're a rogue. Never forget
God
sneak
damn it.
attack.
I'm gonna have to search for dice. An extra 5. So 13 points total.
Okay. Astray, please. How does this creature die?
So
Leg day.
Astray where they were hiding ends up like right behind Henri's knee, and because she's short, she crawls between his legs to the other side of this method and just comes up with the dagger and stabs right underneath. And it like twists it, and she hears the of ice shattering, and it just falls apart as it falls to the ground.
Yeah, this thing shatters. Its head kind of separates from its body. Its wings kind of become this glittering fountain of ice, and its head tumbles, shatters upon the ground. You just see its big nose, because in the art they have huge noses,
They
do.
do.
just kind of falls, and you see it kind of like bounce down the chasm, and it is dead. Key day. Astray, do you have anything else?
Let me see how close. Because I only used like. Astray's gonna run up to the sea and go ahead and take a swipe with the bonus action.
Why not?
24.
Yep.
Well, hell.
That's only 2 points of damage though.
All right.
God, he
Just,
sits on top of the AC unit and stares down at me, and I'm like, I don't know.
You're being
I don't-
judged. It's okay.
I'm being judged big time.
You are. Key day. What would
Yes.
you like to do?
Oh man. Let's see if I can reach anybody. Nope. So I'll double dash and I'll just go straight up to Mr. Beetlebug and
Mr. Beetlebug.
That's funny because in the upcoming Tuesday game, there's actually a character named Beetlebug.
and I'll just look at him and say, "Care to dance?" My scimitar is out.
He's a satyr. The answer is probably yes.
He has these tiny hooves.
Is just little hooves?
Little hooves. Slurpee, Jesus. Child.
Cat attack.
Holy
What
cow.
a catastrophe.
I tell you, I feel like
There's a
Sorry.
reason my cat is not allowed in the streaming room.
That
well,
is amazing.
unfortunately, he's not allowed in the main house. So he has to be in my room with me. Someday.
Poor guy.
Someday.
Someday.
So he's always on X Games mode.
Okay. Mephit A.
Actually,
is
you know what I'll do really quickly? I'm just gonna open my window, so I'll handle him.
okay. Is going to fly over to here. Over to here. Because I mean, they're smart-ish. Smart-ish. And is going to also use a breath of frost. So Henri and Selma, please give me dexterity saving throws.
Oh shit! I rolled a 20, so that gives me a total of 21.
Womp, 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 womp,
I-
womp.
Rolled
Womp
a
womp.
19 for a total of 21.
What?
We're doing all right over here as far as
Oh,
breath weapons go.
that's a lie. A total of 20. I don't know why. I got excited. I thought we had the same thing.
We still can. It's okay. We'll pretend.
In prime fashion, it breathes a icy blast
blap.
upon you, and you take 2 points of cold damage each.
Still not pleasant.
It is. I mean, you're right. It's not. It's not. And it grimaces. It's got a big nose.
Henri just grimaces back.
Yeah. The Knight of the Red Queen. Key Day. This knight, obviously much larger than the previous one that you had faced. Has
But is it still big?
big?
Well, is
Well, the first one was wee.
So,
It
you know,
was a little
even
feller.
if he's twice the size of the old one, he's still not that tall. So
Yeah, he's at least, I guess that's fair. He's not as large as Kide is. Perhaps maybe as large as Henri, right? Has, this kind of red armor on, woolly, you can see like woolly goat hooves, horns, a beard, like a full goat beard, and as he is now, as you are now kind of not nose to nose, but as you are face to face, you can see and hear, you can hear him specifically, and he says, he kind of looks you up and down, and kind of takes in your party again, and says to you, Kide, he says the protection you offer will not save her. And he draws forth a large curved sword from a scabbard, and the sword is a bright red light color of light. You can
Opposite
see
of the last.
opposite of the last. You can see its blade is perhaps some kind of crystal or such, and he will make a swipe at you.
Swipe or no swiping?
I guess it's swiping right, huh?
14
I'm gonna miss.
is gonna miss. And he then readies his shield, and a burst of the same kind of light emits from it, and at least blasts into you. Please make a dexterity saving throw.
That's of course her best stat.
I know. It's just-
Natural one.
Ooh,
The BTT
does not like you.
actually it's D&D Beyond.
D&D
like,
Beyond.
Bye.
So you take 11 points of radiant damage and are pushed back 5 feet as a blast of red, like star energy, light, power, whatever, bursts forth from the shield and blasts into your body.
Oh, yeah, that knocks the wind out of me. You just hear this. As I'm knocked backwards 5 feet.
Thankfully, you're a fire ganassi. You don't need that damn wind.
And
I do need those hit points because I don't have a lot.
when
We're second
hit
level. That was
points,
two.
yes.
5 feet.
And he kind of smiles a bit, flashes a confident grin, and turns and walks further into the chamber.
What a dick.
Not even an attack of
You
opportunity.
think that guy's a dick, Merida? She thinks I'm
Right.
crazy.
Definitely.
Kitty.
And that ice method is dead. So, Selma, you are up. I am on deck.
Okay. Yeah, Selma's having some feelings and upset, and so she's gonna zoom her way up to here.
Don't you just want to go completely ape shit?
I do, and so I think I'm gonna. I just want to check on. Yeah, that's fine. She's rather upset and rather emotional, and she doesn't know what the hell is going on or why these strange people are apparently gonna out to arrest her, kill her. She doesn't know. She's confused. And all of Selma's body kind of bursts away from her in a way and kind of turns into little particles of light and then sucks back into herself. And when it kind of coalesces and calms down, she has become this sort of silhouette of blue-white starlight with each joint, each sort of point of contact on her body has become a constellation piece. So there's like a star here, a star on each of her fingers, a star where her head is. You can still kind of see her, but she seems to be primarily composed of a living constellation.
Mhm.
And right above her head, a bow and arrow forms. Not like she's not going to take it. It's just that is the symbol she has picked for this ability. So she's going to do that, and I would like to. I'm going to do two things that I think I can do at the same time, or at least in the same move, because on activation I can do 1d8 plus I can make a ranged spell attack, and then I would have my regular action, right?
It's a bonus action you can spend your wild shape use to turn into your starry form.
And then for the archer, on activation and as a bonus action.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
100%.
So I have to remember how to make a spell attack. Just regular +5, I think.
Yeah, so it's yeah. Yep.
Ooh, 24.
Yeah, in D&D Beyond, it's literally in your bonus actions, it's listed as Starry Farm Archer, and it has
Just
the
have a
attack and
button.
damage there.
You like
24,
Yeah.
100% hits.
100% hits. Okay, so that will be where did it go? 1d8. 1d8.
Mhm.
Let me get that. I'll get my shiny d8. That is a d8, yeah. Okay, 4 damage.
Plus 3?
Yeah, I rolled a
Oh.
1.
Oh, okay,
Um,
fair enough.
And then for my actual like full action, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt with my maps. I could do that 2 times. But I'm doing it just once, but I could do it 2 times total per long rest.
So-
And then
So since you have a starry form, are you charting a star map in yourself to cast magic?
yes,
upon
ooh,
your
that's a great
enemy?
idea. Like my hands are doing like I'm like connecting each star point on my body, and that's the like motion of the spell. Oh, that's cool. I love
Fuck
that.
yeah. It's
Um,
like if it was just a wireframe image of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's kind of, when
Yeah.
they summon the
Oh my
Zords.
god! I got a natural 20! Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god! Do I double that damage?
Fuck yeah, you double that
I
goddamn
don't
damage.
so that's 4d6.
Yeah, fucking give that to me. Do it.
2 4 5 6.
And 4 damage from the
So
archer.
12.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, mathematics.
Math is hard, y'all.
It is hard.
Shirt number 4.
Wait.
Stuff is hard.
So I just double it. Okay, so 24 damage total plus the 4 is so 28 total, and then the next person who attacks the satyr has advantage because guiding bolt.
Guiding
Yeah.
bolt is metal as fuck.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
so she's just
Wow.
like she's so confused. She doesn't understand what's going on, and she doesn't even really remember. Like she doesn't know, so it's just this sort of reactionary burst into a star being, and boom, boom, flashes of light cutting across this guy, and then he has this kind of glow about him that offers advantage to the next person.
She does, in fact, just go ape shit.
She does, in fact, just go
It's
bonkers.
like some fucking Dr. Manhattan shit right here.
Yeah, so
Sands of
cool,
Giant
so
Blue
cool. Oh,
Dawn.
that's so cool. I'm so excited I
Does.
hit a 20 on that.
was-
I'm never not using this dice.
Correct.
Feel good.
He doesn't like that. He is rocked, knocked down to one goat knee.
When I'll do
One goatee knee.
she'll just go, I don't need their protection.
And
From back there, Henri just goes, yeah, she does not need our protection. Holy shit.
I feel like the brazier that is on the map again is that boulder that's between the two of you is extinguished with the power of your blast.
I'm so excited. That
Yeah.
was
Fairy strongness.
Oh, shit.
fairies.
It is now Ice Mephit C's turn. And I guess he is going to strike out at Astray with claws. And miss. He's kind of just swipes angrily, but you're too dodgy as he rolls a 13.
Nimbly pimbly.
And you are nimbly bimbly. Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot about that. I always forget about that.
We all
Mm.
do.
That's okay. That'll happen on the next one. Henri.
Oh, you say things like that. It makes me worry. Henri, however, is going to run over, just kind of streak past Astray, just kind of bring up short to keep the group together, because he doesn't want anybody caught out alone. And then just kind of, he's running, and then just kind of stops on his left foot and just swivels hard, bringing his whole body around to attack Mephit C and swat it out of the air with a sword.
A sword.
A
What?
sword. Does
Kill me,
a
Mel. You kill me
19
with a
hit?
sword.
I mean, it does.
I figured. Oh gosh. And that's 7 points of damage again.
Oh, nice. And that's
bonus action. I'm not within 30 feet of that guy. I'm just out 30 feet. So bonus action, smiley face. I'm done.
It's hang on, let me check your character sheet. Yeah, I don't see that.
I'll get that added.
It's the attack of the guy in my comments.
Right. Yes, exactly. Astray,
Psychic damage.
you are up, and Keyday, you are next.
Okay. So Astray wants to use bonus action hide to hide behind Henri again.
Okay. Yep.
So let me roll that stealth quick.
I'm into it.
That's a dirty 20.
Yeah,
And then
you shift behind his mildly bulky form.
so it's kind of like she ducks around and like hides against his back, and then it's gonna come around for a strike at C again. For a 17.
That'll do it. Totally. You faked him out.
What fucking him? Juke and jive.
Duke and Dive.
That is another 13 points of damage.
Good lord.
Rogues, baby. One attack. But sneak attack
Alright.
damage is great.
I'm incredibly excited to get to play a rogue in the near future.
And Astray has
This-
learned a very important. Oh, sorry.
I was just saying I've never played a rogue for an extended period of time. Like it's always been like for like one battle or something, or I was like piggybacking another character. But so the fact that I'm actually gonna get to play one and see what the fuck happens, I'm very excited.
Right? This is my first rogue I've ever
Well,
played.
Astray has
Yeah.
already learned the very important skill of have a battle buddy that you hang around with, because as long as you got
Sure.
somebody else touching your bad guy, sneak attack no matter what.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
is you
I still like the idea that she like goes and hides behind him and then swings around.
No, that's fine. I like that too.
as you swing and stab, and his form begins to dematerialize. It begins to dematerialize faster than perhaps you had expected, and it explodes in his death
They
burst.
do
Oh,
that.
yep.
So
Yep.
please, Henri and Astray, make dexterity saving throws for me.
Dexterati.
Yes.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Oh no, that's cocked. Okay. Still the same thing. So I rolled a 2 for 8.
Okay. So Henri will successfully make the save and only take 3 points of damage. And Astray will fail the save and take 6 points of slashing damage as shards of ice and maybe bone. Who knows what's underneath this thing? Kind of pelt your bodies.
Wait, who took the 5 points? Or who took the most damage?
Astray.
I took 6.
Astray did.
As a reaction, you just see a little scimitar dive out and just bat some of that down.
Nice.
Hell yes.
As my reaction interception, and I reduce the damage done by 1d10 plus 2. All right, so 4 by 4.
Okay.
Nice. All right. Keyday, as your turn begins, I would like you to make a charisma saving throw. I'm sorry, a wisdom saving throw.
Oh
With
man,
his-
charisma's my
wisdom-
best.
wisdom
Yeah,
saving
because
saving
throw.
throw.
paladins love charisma
it's-
saving throws.
Wisdom saving throw.
So do warlocks and sorcerers.
13.
13. You always you have kind of you have a warmth to you that you kind of feel in general, as a fire genasi, and indeed as a person emblazoned with the markings that you are, as a bearer of the burning word, although perhaps you're not entirely sure what that means. You feel this fire, this heat dim a bit, and you hear a voice in your mind. This voice has qualities that you might attribute to, a glacial river, the movement of ice, the sound of new falling snow, whatever the fuck that sounds like. And it's a feminine voice. And it says, "Child of fire, bearer of the gift of heat and warmth, you can free me. We can benefit from conjoining."
I'm gonna look around to see if anybody else is hearing this or like reacting to these words.
No, everyone is definitely, in fighting stance mode.
Yeah.
I've turned into the light being from
Yeah.
the end of the Dark Crystal. So
Nice.
Who are you? I ask softly and tentatively.
Yeah. You kind of hear like the tinkling of ice, and you hear this voice again, and it says, "I am," and it kind of pauses, and there's like a sound of the sound of thinking. There's like the I am
Sus.
Sus as fuck.
I am chained. I am bound. A captive queen. I am ice.
Oh. Someone put you here, didn't they?
And I think the last kind of interaction in this round, the voice says, the arrogance of my enemy was greater than any of our realms have ever known.
Okay.
Now, please feel free to act in a normal way.
As normal as you can after
As-
that.
as normal as you can after that.
All right. I'm gonna just as I whip around to this side, the left side of Henri, I'm just gonna say, "There's something big here," and I take my scimitar and I just whack one of these creatures.
Is C dead?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, is
C's
he
dead.
not?
Sorry,
Oh.
that's my bad. I
Then I will.
forgot to
I'll
remove him
stay
from the
here
VTT.
then.
Ooh.
Then instead, I am going to bonus action. No, action lay hands on myself
Mm,
and give me back man, how many points? 6 hit points.
nice, nice.
Those off. And then I'm going to run forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and just wait here because
Mm,
I don't want to get baffed backwards again.
sure. Yeah, you see this knight is kind of striding towards these stairs. You can see beyond the stairs more of a hall and a that T junction ahead. Ice Method A. The final remaining one.
I don't know why that- Has anybody gone for Satyr-Man?
Not yet. We couldn't get there.
I ran up to him and I got my ass beat and he shoved me back 10 feet or 5 feet.
Oh,
I think she's checking for the guiding bolt.
yeah.
Like you haven't. No one's attacked him since the guiding bolt went off.
Correct.
Yeah, because whoever does attack him next gets advantage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Just double checking.
This method is going to fly up and attempt a grapple against Henri.
Das ist nicht gut.
I mean, you're correct. It's not good. This. Why did I choose this course of action? I didn't do so bad. I rolled a 15. So please, you can use strength or athletics. Or
I will use athletics.
Athletics or acrobatics rather.
My athletics resulted in a roll of 18 total.
Yes, it flies up, and it is, they're not large. They are in fact small, and it goes to grab a hold of you, but it is of course made out of ice, and you are a man wearing metal armor, so it just kind of like you front, and it slides off. Yeah, that was
Scrape that off.
that was fucking that was great. That was a good action. Thanks me. Yay.
You do love grappling, like you as
I
a
do.
person.
I do love grappling.
It's
I
just
do love grappling,
danger
especially
hugging.
when one creature is flying and is flying over a pit. and
Oh
the other
yeah, no, I
creature
had
cannot
that
fly.
thought. Don't worry. Hence the oh no, that could be bad.
Yeah. The knight turns and kind of makes eye contact with you, Kide, and you see that there is that same kind of light that he gives off and like came from his shield, that his sword gives off. It's thematic, right?
Mhm.
Flashes brighter in his eyes, and he says, in the common tongue, he says, "The Frozen Queen will be ours." And he steps forward and attempts to strike you down with his sword.
Is that like a royal hours?
I'll give you that. Yeah.
Okay.
100%. Yeah. A 17 to hit.
That hits.
8 points of slashing damage.
I'm gonna die.
And he strikes out again and misses
Oof.
with a 10. And he says, "I see your tricks, spawn of Afriti."
Rude.
Said it before I could.
Selma, you are up.
And this guy's a
Henri,
dick.
Henri, you are on deck.
You know what?
I do.
Why not, baby? Let's do it again. I'm gonna kind of freakishly, like weirdly float my way over here. Just give myself a little more space. And I'm gonna use my other use of guiding bolt on this bitch. Because I get 2 of them, why not use them?
And you get advantage.
Advantage. Yeah.
Oh shit! Before the end of my next turn. That's right.
It's a chain of guiding
Get
bolts.
it.
Okay, that one's not great. That's better. 15?
Nope.
Oh, titties. All right, well,
He raises his shield and his red light
beans.
shines out your light.
I can still
bolt.
do I can still do my other thing. Ooh, that's much better. 24.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's at least I can get a little bit of damage. 5 damage. 5 radiant damage.
Better than nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 5 radiant damage. And yeah, I guess that's my turn since that was my action bonus action. Do I wanna I was what, right here? Ish.
Ish.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh yeah, I'm gonna actually come around this direction. And just try and maybe give myself a little bit of cover with the brazier if I need to, maybe, but also just try and maybe be able to cut him off if he tries to dash again.
Okay.
But yeah, that'll be my turn.
Fantastic. Henri.
I'm also going to close my window because I put my air conditioning back on.
Henri is going to go, shit, and looks at the method and then looks over at that fight happening over there. And he is going to make a break for it. And he is going to run away and get an attack of opportunity from the method.
Right. Oh, I'm going to take it. Nice method. Oh, no. 21 to hit.
That hits.
Keel nipper.
You will take 4 points of slashing damage and 3 points of cold damage.
Okay. Takes that. He just starts charging 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Comes sliding up in there.
Yeah, baby.
And just immediately goes in. The dude has his shield up raised. That sounds like a great opportunity to just go up and under his guard with his blade. Does a 17 hit?
Let me look. Yep. Meets and beats, baby.
Okay.
All right, that's 9 points of damage. Action surge. Do it again. Bring the blade right back around. Snickery snack. Another 17 for 8 points of damage. You're making a face.
Eh,
He is not only is he a member of the club, but he is also its president, the One Hit Point Club.
And so just Henri just goes low, comes back around, goes high, and just brings the blade down around the collar area, laying that armor open and some flesh beneath, just takes up a defensive pose and just has a moment of utter stillness in the middle of combat, takes a deep breath, uses his second wind, and will regain 8 hit points.
Nice. Yeah, you slash, catch your breath, regain hit points as blood just is splattering your face from the veins that you've opened up in this man.
We're all just like, you killed Herb.
Well, no,
And,
not this one. This was the.
Oh, that's
third
right. The
guy.
other guy killed Herb.
Your friend's a
Your
murderer.
friend killed Herb.
Different guy. All right. Astray.
Astray is gonna move 30 and gonna chuck a dagger at him.
Heck yeah.
Do
that
it.
rogue
I
shit.
get advantage because of where Henri is.
Not to
No?
hit, but I think
to
you
hit,
get
okay.
sneak attack damage.
Oh, gotcha.
Can I help you?
I always forget how that works.
Yes. Yeah.
Kitty.
Yes, if
Hey, babe, what's
another
up?
enemy of the target is within 5 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Please don't. I'm begging you not
remember
to do
that
that.
now.
You just gotta stay right here and be a nice cat. Be a nice, non-difficult cat.
Whee! That's a 23.
Yes.
We 23 it is.
So we gotta beat a 15, I guess. It's gotta be like 16 or
17.
17.
17.
17 is the
17.
say. Okay.
That was,
I'm still gonna
that's-
roll it, even though you told me that it's 1 hit point club.
He is a member of the One Hit Point Club.
Get all that damage in there.
That
Yeah,
is 12 points of damage.
Hey,
Nice.
you didn't need
Um,
11 of those,
But they didn't hurt.
but it didn't hurt at all. Not at all.
You chuck your dagger as hard as you can. And where does it catch him?
So Astray runs over and she stops and she looks at him bleeding profusely, and she has her dagger by the hilt and flips it up to grab it by the tip and chucks it right at his eye.
Yeah, I was thinking
nice.
eye shot. Fuck yeah.
Everybody loves eye shot.
He goes to bat it out of the way with his sword, but is slow and sluggish from blood loss, excessive blood loss, and just is a little slow and just catches it in the eye, and his other eye kind of flashes a red light, and there's like a bloody grin on his face. And unlike the previous Red Knight you fought, this one glows brighter and brighter and begins to like like in
Supernova?
Avengers Endgame, or whatever, after the snap and they like turn to dust, it's like, it's kind of like that, but instead of dust, it's this kind of red, like light particles float away, and very quick, rather quickly, he kind of like floats away in light, which disappears.
Does he leave any
And-
loop behind? Sorry, what? I don't know who said that.
Come again?
Adventurers want to know if there's still loot.
Yeah,
Sorry.
let's do this. Let's do this. Why don't everyone roll a d20?
Okay.
Everyone rolls a d20.
A 9.
Oh my god. Natural.
Another
What the fuck is going on? I have never rolled this well in my life.
16. It's probably the best I've rolled all night.
It's true. The dice are hateful for you.
This
A
is-
20.
I got a natural 20, yeah.
Another one.
He
Got to even out somewhere.
It's like
his
3.
his body is dissipating into red star stuff and drifting up into this the breeze and into the higher reaches of this tomb cavern, whatever this is. And as his body falls away, his sword clatters to the ground. The light from it's still there, a little dimmer, but still kind of a dull red sort of glow.
Oh,
Can I?
now Kide can get a match to that.
It's true. Can I try something weird that might be nothing, but I kind of have a
Sure.
feeling for, or just a vibe? As the red particles are kind of floating up into the sky, I want to raise my lantern to them and just, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yep. Give me make an Arcana roll.
Sure thing.
I like this, or nature, or I think nature would work too. Arcana or nature.
Might be the same thing either way for me. Yeah, same thing either way. 16 total.
A 16 total. You seen this, the ringing of the sword clattering on the ground. You raise your lantern, your beacon of the night's sea, and there is the lot of you kind of feel a sort of pulling, and you see these star particles, and indeed you can see these higher up further, like the first pieces of him that had floated away begin to get Kirby hoovered into this lantern that Selma is holding up, and their kind of red stars kind of form in, so there's now a few more stars within your lantern,
Oh, good, it eats face holes.
and yeah, we'll see what that means later, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she just, I don't know. A lot of everything she's kind of doing is very instinctive and not very well thought out.
Yeah.
That makes her a fae.
Yes, very good point.
That's
That's a
good.
very good point. But she'll float back down to the ground and kind of pop back to her regular form and just kind of have the lantern and be like, well,
Did you eat him?
no.
Did your lantern eat him?
Astray does turn around and run for Mephit A to attack
Oh
him.
shit, is he still? Oh god! I didn't know he was here. Whoopsie.
Let's do this. Give me an attack roll.
Natural 20.
And that's
Hell yes.
fucking, of course it is.
Yeah, baby. Yeah,
Um,
baby.
Yeah. How do you kill this guy?
I'm like sitting here and we're all like staring at this red stardust go into Selma's lantern, and Astray just kind of cocks her head as she hears the sound of like ice moving, and she's like, fuck, and she just turns around and dashes over and like sticks him with the dagger, and then pushes him off and down into the pit.
Nice. Yeah. Give me a dexterity saving throw real quick.
Yes, for the explosion.
Yeah, because he's gonna explode.
That's a 3 for a 9.
Ice explosion.
I
So you'll
definitely need to pull out another goddamn dice palette.
For real. You'll take 3 points of cold damage as it kind of erupts, like you stab it and kind of push it out and it's falling, and then it erupts and explodes as it's like a little way down, and a few slivers of ice pierce into your flesh. And yeah, I think that is where we will pause for this evening with
Goddamn, I reckon.
this the stardust of this night of the Red Queen, now trapped or whatever within the strange lantern that Selma carries. Flying ice creatures vanquished. You are here in some kind of foyer of frozen power, and a mysterious voice communing with Kide.
Sure, it's
And
fine.
using
They want to help us.
interesting monikers to refer to her.
Hey,
So
at
my
least,
friends,
you know,
thank you so much for hanging out with us, for joining us in this adventure. As always, you can support the channel via Ko-Fi or regular Twitch shit, I'm sure. And we're playing City of Arches, which is of course written by Sly Flourish, and is made available on his Patreon. Our theme music is by Lost Fellow, and our producer Kat makes all of this magic happen. Although you cannot see her, she is with you and with us.
sees all.
She's
so-
always watching.
So
Always
let's do this. And I
waiting.
know I have been bad about this, but let us make a round quickly. My friends, please remind the viewers who you are and where they can find you, and perhaps what you have coming up soon, except for Kristen. Do all of that other than the coming up soon part, because I'll talk about that, what's happening next on the channel later.
So who's gonna start?
Michael.
Hi, my name is Michael. I'm on the internet at Valkyrie Bait. I am also Wednesdays on the channel that is Guild Superior.
Guild
Uh-huh.
Superior.
Guild Superior doing Beyond Saltmarsh. I also occasionally show up other places weirdly and randomly. Who knows where I'll be next time? Maybe I'll be, at your doorstep. Maybe I'll be across a mountain singing you a song. Who
Maybe you'll be
knows?
at the threshold.
Why would I be there? That sounds really weird and pretentious. I would never use that. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Allison.
Me. Hi, I'm Allison. I have been Selma, who doesn't know what's going on but is doing her best. You can find me here on Thursdays, here on Tuesdays in the near future, and on Saturdays, usually. I don't really know what our schedule is at the moment over at Exquisite Corpse
Definitely
Presents.
coming back the 23rd.
Yeah, we're coming back, but I think we might be doing something this Saturday. We might not be. I'm not 100%. Keep your eyes open.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Kristen.
Hi, I'm Kristen, also known as Darth Cerilish. You can also find me on Saturday nights over at Exquisite Corpse Presents and all over the internet at Darth Cerilish. And on this channel for almost everything Chad is going to talk about in a minute.
And last but not least, Ashley.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter, and you can find me also on Wednesdays with Michael for Guild Superiors Beyond Saltmarsh. So come on and check us down, whatever.
And it's somehow the
Left, right.
well-grounded one of this batch.
Yeah, And I have been your DM, your maestro of mayhem, North Shore DM, Real CMG, or simply just Chad. Thank you. You can find me on Twitter at Real CMG, and I'm North Shore DM right here on the Twitches. Coming up right here on this channel, Rainbows and Razor Blades, or Rainbow R&R Productions, or whatever what it is. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific time is Summonon Exteri, Kristen's cyberpunk game of awesomeness, wherein you can see Kat actually play on screen, and it is wonderful. On Monday at 5 p.m., also in the Pacific time, Madness Takes Artena, the mid-season finale, which is, of course, Kristen's D&D 5e homebrew game, which is very wonderful indeed as well. Tuesday at 1 p.m., Watercolor Wizardry with Maria, where she will do such things as paint in watercolor, probably somebody's character art. It's lovely and wonderful and soothing. Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time, and whatever time that is where you're at, the series premiere of Maria's game, Misguided, and that's spelled as if it was Mrs., right? So Miss with 2 S's, Guided Magic, a D&D 5e, I'm guessing homebrew game. I believe this is a
One shot.
series, the series of one shots that will lead up to the game itself.
There's gonna be so much chaos
like
on
2
Tuesday with
character
just Abby
intros.
and I.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
it's
are
gonna-
we? I thought that was session 0.
No, it's the first one shot with just Abby and I.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Oh God, what do I know?
Then the next week it's the other 3 of you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I guess I thought they were session 0s, like individual things, but I was
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's one shots for how we're getting to where we're starting the campaign.
okay.
And then Wednesday at 6 p.m. Also Pacific, Chaos Commentary with special guest friend Don,
Hooray for
Friend
Dawn!
Dawn.
who
Love friend
of
Don.
course you will have recognized from his guest appearance on Summonon Exteri, I believe last week, if my memory serves me correct.
And he's
Don
in the chat.
is
Cat's not
Don
says
is-
that it does.
Don is a true G.
He's a good dude. And then next Thursday, 5 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is my time. We are back for this game, our mid-season finale, I'm told. So I'm gonna have to make something more special than what we did today. This will be episode 6. Holy shit!
God,
It's been
really?
6 episodes already. Session 6. I'm
Doesn't
excited.
feel
It's
like
Can't
gonna be
count
great.
that high, but yeah, it's true.
So hey, thanks. I'm told that things have changed. We will not be rating who we thought we were rating. We'll be rating maybe somebody else.
Yes. We're gonna
Um,
raid Lord Gazumba.
Lord Gazumba. If you enjoy Dungeons and Dragons content with an old school flair, check out Lord Gazumba. Join us, perhaps if you will, in this raid against him as we crush him and burn his villages.
I want to loot the
in 5.
monastery.
And we're going.
Bye.
We're still here.
Oh
Nope.
God,
Fine.
so awkward
And
walking
now
the same
we're-
direction.
and now
We're gone.
But no, I think it's happened. It's happened.
happened.